The healing has begun. Love unifies the world and has no borders. Nowhere man is welcome at last. The dream has come true against the odds. The alien is gone, and the boy is home. Home where he is welcomed and loved.
Okay. About 38 years ago, this month, at age 18, I set foot in America for the first time. My world had been collapsing. In the mid-1980s, Peru was on the verge of civil war. I was determined to help my family and to help offer myself a better future. The only stable country that I had in my mind was the United States. Getting rejected for a visa didn't stop my dreams. My burning desire was to take the journey north. Who leaves his family, relationships, culture, and does anything possible to go to a strange land? The situation must be in total decay for someone to take that journey. Migration is what humans do to survive. We have been doing it for millennia, just like birds, mammals, fish travel across oceans. It's a natural phenomenon. There is so much to say about the causes of mass migration. However, I would like to focus on the immigrant experience, particularly the experience of the first-generation immigrants, who are currently the target of anti-immigrant and racist policies. The waves of migrants crossing the border is real, it's painful, and for many of them, it's needed. It's the only password for a new life. It's the dream, just like mine, it's the dream that most of your ancestors also experienced when they first came to America. Your ancestors and the migrants today have something in common. We had the guts and the courage to cross borders and oceans. But now, it seems like the current narrative focuses on blaming the victim or blaming the immigrant instead of lending a helping hand and make them feel at home. Imagine being on a ship during a violent storm at sea. The ship begins to sink. You manage to escape in a lifeboat and finally reach the shore, exhausted and devastated. Instead of offering help or asking why the ship sank, people say to you, "Why did you get on such an unsafe ship? You should have stayed where you were, or go back to the sinking ship." The real crisis is on the absence of humanity and compassion to deal with the real challenge. It's easier to blame and objectify the victim than to invest the time and efforts to tackle the root causes of mass migration. 38 years ago, my ship was sinking. I swam and swam and made it to shore. But the chaos and struggles didn't end there. They only mutated to my new reality. The shadows of detention and deportation follow me in the country of my dreams. Living in fear was a debilitating barrier, even after I became a US citizen. People living in shadows, whether as undocumented parents, children, or those in mixed status families, those are the families that some members have documents and others not, live in constant fear, and this fear affects most aspects of their lives. Due to the fear of being discovered or turning into the authorities, many people don't report abuse at home or at work, don't report when they witness violence in their neighborhoods, don't ask for help, don't use mental health assistance if needed, are in constant hyper alert, don't participate in community events or PTA activities, are afraid that their families will be separated. The list goes on and on. It's a daily and exhausting way to carry. Who wants to live in that environment? But yet, most persist because they have hope. They know that the sacrifices they made or their parents made to be in this country. Migration is one of the highest demonstrations of love a human can show to their loved ones. We migrants leave behind so much to come to the country of our dreams. When parents see their children suffering, or adolescents see their future shattered, it's love for self and for their families that propel them to immigrate. Out of love, immigrants are willing to sacrifice their lives, the journey, live thousands of miles away from their loved ones, endure long hours of hard work and low paid. But instead of honoring this love, the current narrative sees immigrants as anything but humans. Purposely, they inject fear to immigrant families and non-immigrants alike, with phrases such as they're taking our jobs or they are invading our nation. And so my message this morning is, let's reject that current narrative and instead bring back humanity and compassion to the immigration process. I truly believe that using the golden rule, aligning with the highest personal core values and the core values of our nation, we can transcend and not only bring a lasting solution to the immigration crisis, but also unite the country. This is no mambo jumbo talk. This is something that is doable. Bringing love and compassion to this topic is well within our reach. I have also experienced something like this, what I'm talking about. It only took about 15 minutes, which I want to share with you. I entered the office, and he said, you must be Ricardo. Yes. But the moment that I stepped into the office, I knew I was in a different type of office. Only the wooden desk, the IBM computer, and the diplomas gave me an indication that it was an academic office. The rest of the office was something out of this world. He had two magnificent dream catchers hanging from the walls, from the ceiling. There was a bald eagle carved out of wood in the middle. On the other side, there were textiles and masks. And on the cabinet, there was a sacred pipe sitting on a really nice piece of art. Just by looking at the office, I knew that I was in the office of a Native American chief. So, I don't know, something prompted me at that time to introduce myself this way. I am Ricardo Sanchez, a native South America of Incan descent. He also stood up and welcomed me by saying, I am Joe Rencronil, and as the chief of the Yuyuganimi river band of Shawnee Indians, I welcome you, brother Ricardo. This is the ancient land, Turtle Island, North America. The eagle from the north welcomes the condor from the south. I feel a sudden chill. I found myself in the verge of tears. My fear of being rejected suddenly disappeared. My heart was filled with a great sense of validation, acknowledgement, honor, and pride. His genuine greeting was a gift, almost like a ceremony. The moment that I heard the condor from the south, it was as if my power animal was invoked. My Inca within was called. So instinctively, I grabbed my quena. I played this song for him. I had expected to be like a business session, a business meeting, but suddenly our meeting was elevated to a sacred ceremony. On a higher dimension, Chief Neil, warm and heartfelt welcome, was the equivalent of a homecoming ceremony in which he acknowledged my good intention towards the new land, the people, the university. In turn, I gifted my song from my heart, my transparent self, and my commitment to be a good student. After this short interaction, he said, "Ricardo, you are a valuable person. Education knows no borders. All you need is determination. I simply ask that you strive to be a diligent student. Welcome to American University." I dream of a world filled with caring people like Chief Joe Neal, who treated all his relatives as relatives. How about you? Do you think it's possible?